No. Okay, across you.
My whole interview, I'm just gonna be like,
Maisie and I was like,
I went on the trip because it was a cheap way to travel, but this offered me a chance to see something that I hadn't before.
My cousin went with Mr. Musetti's, and he knew that I've been wanting to go abroad at some point in my life, and it worked out and it was perfect.
The first time was honestly an experience of a lifetime. It definitely made me want to go again just so I could see more and learn more. The way the trip is laid out, you get to experience so much in a short amount of time that I don't think you could ever do without going on this trip.
the first trip was so amazing. I had such a blast with everybody, and I got to learn so much information without having to read it out of a textbook, and I got to experience it firsthand. It was such an awesome experience, being able to learn all of that, and I had such a great time and made friends that there was no way I'd miss the second trip.
So the first year we went over the Greek debt crisis, and we learned so much about how the Greek government was run and how the bank system worked down there.
I mean, I'm an exercise science major, so I didn't know a lot of the business aspects of it, like the economy. So it was nice to learn about that, nice to learn the ins and outs of trade partnerships and stuff like that.
I learned a lot from that course, actually. We took seminars in a couple different countries, and we got a different viewpoint on everything that was happening with Greece's economic system, and we got to really dive into that topic way more in depth than I would have just taken the class here.
I think I learned from the experience that you should never waste, time in the morning or in the evening. Especially, we'd want to sleep, but then you have so much to do abroad that you don't want to be sleeping while you could go see another museum or something. So I just learned how to be more, time stringent, more resourceful with what I wanted to do.
I learned a lot. I feel like each country taught me something different. Mostly, I liked the different lifestyles.
I think self-sufficiency, again, and independence was a really big thing, because while there was an element of structure so that we actually, got something out of the experience, there's also a lot of freedom that we had in what we wanted to do and how we got there and all the money that we were spending and so on and so forth. Just learning how to communicate with people who don't speak your language is a pretty big thing too.
I actually was surprised at how well everybody else spoke English.
What surprised me the most is how easy it is. You always think it's so hard to do it. You're never gonna have the time to do it. But I mean, I work a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week, but I was still able to get off 2 weeks.
I definitely think one of the most surprising things that I found was how quickly everyone became very close. Being in a lot of new situations with all these new people really forced us to become very close very quickly and very friendly too.
I mean, I was really surprised by how much I wanted to take back with me, and suitcase-wise and experience-wise.
I guess my favorite was just seeing how different each place was and all of the different things that made all the cities unique. Least favorite, I don't know. I think one of the cities we got to was hard to pull my bag up all the stairs because it was really heavy. I really don't have a critique.
I think the best part was just we got to visit so many different places, which was amazing. I think, I really enjoyed the experience to go from, England all the way to Greece, and the countries are so different in between. I think the worst part was that I just wanted to spend more time in some of the cities.
The best thing about the experience, I think, was being able to see all the different places and experience the different cultures. Probably the worst thing was probably how much sleep deprived we started to get near the end, because we were going through everything so quick and you want to experience everything while you're there, so you think, I can just sleep later. But it really does start to get to you after a little while.
My advice to those who are thinking about going is go, because it'll be the best decision that you could make. It's so much fun, it's so worth it.
Pack light. I learned that lesson after the first time. Another thing I would say is, if you have the opportunity to go, is to take it, because it's a trip of a lifetime and it's not really going to come around again.
if it's your first time, don't be overwhelmed by the scale of the trip.
Advice, I would say you definitely can pack less than you think that you need to. That's like, I didn't need everything that I packed. Definitely having a plan in mind is really good. Like right before you're about to go on the trip, like have an idea of the places that you want to see, have an idea of like how much time it would take to see all these places, how much money you need. On the other side of that, you still need to like take it easy. There still needs to be time to just kind of relax and like cafes and stuff like that, because that's the downtime that you really can just kind of reflect on what you're doing in that moment and just like keep on having a great time. So yeah.
Go. Just go. It might be scary, you might not know anybody, you might have never stepped foot out of your city or even your house. I don't care. Go. You will find out so much stuff. It is insane the things that you can learn. And I have actually realized that my favorite place to travel is a place that I've never even been yet.